Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today in this video we are going to take a look at this power bank as well as a battery charger. So this was sent to me by Xstar, so thank you to them. And the model number of this power bank as well as the battery charger is PB2S. It takes lithium ion batteries and then you can charge the lithium ion batteries using this charger, and after charging them you can use this charger as a power bank as well. So if you look at the side of the box, you can see the supported batteries are given as it supports your unprotected 18650, 18700, 20700 and 21700 unprotected batteries, and in protected batteries it only supports 18650 batteries. The reason for that is because for it to be able to accommodate protected 21700 batteries, the size of this charger would have to be really big, and that would take away the portability feature from this charger. So it only has support for the unprotected 21700 batteries. In front you can see some of the specification given. It comes with two output ports, a single USB-A port and a single USB-C port. The USB-C port is also your charging port as well as a discharging port. So it has dual feature. You can use that port to charge the power bank as well, and you can also use that port to take power from the power bank as well. If you look at the back, some of the specification given about the charger, you can see that it supports input of Qualcomm 3.0 and power delivery, but I think in power delivery it only supports voltages of about 5 volt. So in Qualcomm 3.0 it supports voltages of 5 volt 2 amp, 9 volt 2 amp and 12 volt 1.5 amperes. And in output, when you're using it as a power bank, it supports Qualcomm 3.0 as well as power delivery. Again, in power delivery it supports only 5 volt. In QC 3.0, that is Qualcomm fast charging, it supports 5 volt 2 amp, 9 volt 2 amp and 12 volt 1.5 amp. So without any further delay, let me just take it out and see how the unit looks. The packaging is very simple, plastic see-through window and a cardboard packaging so that it is easily recyclable. So let's just take it out and see what we get in the box. So inside you will get the power bank itself. You will get a USB-A, 2 USB-C cable. I measured the length of this cable and which came out to be about 80 centimeter. So the cable is decent, but still it could have been a little thicker. If take it out, we'll also get a manual which is in different languages, but the one that is important to us is in English. So let me keep it aside. Let me take the power bank out and see how it looks. So that's pretty much it, what you get in the box. There are different packages available in which you can buy the power bank with a charger as well as some batteries. However, the one that I've got is just the charger. They also send me some batteries, so let me just put them in and see how it works. However, this is the look of the power bank. You can see the Xstar logo on top. The finish on the power bank is a little bit of smooth rubbery texture. It is very smooth, and so that it will not going to slip away from your hand. If you look at the back of the power bank, you can see some of the specification given about the power bank. You can see the input is given as 5 volt 2 amp, the QC input are given, and the output is given as 4.2 volts. So it charges your lithium ion batteries at 4.2 volt, and the output as a power bank is, again, it supports Qualcomm 3.0 and power delivery, and the types of cell that it supports is also given. Some of the certification about the power bank, and here is your small LCD screen. Here is your multifunction button with which you can control the LCD screen and switch to low power mode, because it does have a low power mode with which you can charge devices that draws a very small amount of current from the power bank. On top you can see there are your two ports. One is your USB-A port, which is your dedicated output port, and the other port is your USB-C port, which you can see is your input as well as an output port. So you can charge two devices at the same time with this device. To open it, you can see on both the sides you have these indents. You can easily open it by putting your finger through there, and inside this is how it looks. Positive side up, negative side at the bottom. The holding mechanism and the terminals are fitted in with some spring loaded mechanism so that it will hold the battery in, and because of the spring loaded mechanism it is possible to put in smaller as well as bigger batteries. It also comes with a small ribbon which will help you to take the batteries out without damaging the wrapping on the batteries. Now the batteries, the lid is also decent, good quality plastic, not very flimsy. And if you can see on the lid, you can see two neodymium magnets which are very strong, which easily snaps the lid on top of the power bank. So it's not easily going to come out without any problem. However, if you drop it, it can easily come out. So let me just put in some batteries and see how it works. So Extra did send me these two batteries. This one is your 18650 batteries, and this one is your 21700 batteries. Both batteries are your unprotected batteries. So let me just put them in and show you how it works. Make sure when you're putting batteries, the ribbon goes under the battery, not top of the battery. So put the ribbon down first and then put the batteries in. Let me put another battery, and now let me just close it. So as you can see, the power bank looks very premium. The finishing on the power bank is very good. It feels really premium in my hand and not very flimsy. So here's your multifunction button. After installing the battery, if you press it in, it will display you the charge percentage. I did charge these batteries before making this video just to see how it is working. At the moment, it is displaying the total battery percentage that it has. It basically takes the average of both the batteries and displays on top. So at the time, the power bank is about 99% charge. So it does support Qualcomm fast charging. So I've got my USB meter here. So let me just plug it in. So as you can see, it did turn on. So as you can see, at the moment, the voltage that we are drawing is about 5 volt. I have not connected any load. So let me just connect a load to the power bank. Let me turn it on. So as you can see, at the moment we are drawing 5 volt. If I increase the current, the company claims that it can give you about 2.4 amp without 5 volt, 2 amp without any problem. So let me see if we are able to get that. So 5 volt, 2 amp without any problem. I can still increase the current and the voltage is still decent. So there we go. After 2.6 amp, the voltage starts dropping significantly. So at 5 volt you can easily draw up to 2.5 2.6 amp without any problem. It also has a fast charging. So let me switch the voltage to 9 volt. So as you can see, it does support fast charging because the voltage is at 9 volt, and at 9 volt it supports again 2 amperes. So if I increase the current to 2 amperes, I should have no problem getting 2 amperes without any problem. So there we go. As you saw, the unit turned off. Let me reset the unit by taking the meter out and plugging it back in. Let me go back to 9 volt. So this is the 9 volt. At 9 volt you can get 2 amperes, but anything more than 2 amperes will cause the unit to shut down. So as you can see, I'm getting 1 amp, 2 amp, 1.5, 1.6, and after 1.8 the voltage stopped dropping. So about 1.7, 1.8 you can easily get at 9 volt. If I increase the voltage to 12 volt, in the manual it says that at 12 volt it can give about 1.5 amp. So let me increase the current. At 12 volt I am able to get 1.2 amp without any problem, 1.3, 1.4, and at 1.4 the voltage has dropped significantly. So there we go. The charger is working almost to the specification. Let me remove the USB meter. Unfortunately, I don't have the USB-C to USB-C cable with me at the moment, so I can't test the USB-C port, but I tested it before and it was working. Okay, now let me connect a device and show you that the fast charging on this power bank is working. So I've got my USB meter here, and here is my Mi power bank. This supports Qualcomm fast charging. So if I plug it in the X-Star power bank, it should be able to charge my Mi power bank with fast charging. So let me just plug it in. There we go. And there we go, the voltage jumped to 9 volt and we are drawing about 1.6 something amperes from the power bank. So the fast charging is definitely So one other feature about this power bank is that this also has a low power feature with which you can charge your low current drawing devices such as this MP3 player or Bluetooth wireless earphones like this one. Usually if you try to charge these with a normal power bank which doesn't have a low power feature, these will draw a very less amount of current from the power bank, and the power bank will think that you are not drawing any power, so it will try to turn itself off, and because it will turn itself off, you will not be able to charge these low power drawing gadgets that you have. So with the low power feature in this, what happens is basically it keeps the power bank stay on, and with that you are able to charge your low power gadget. So let me just show you a couple of things. So this is my Philips MP3 player. If I plug it in, and by the way, you don't have to turn it on, it will turn itself on automatically once you plug something in. As you can see, it has started charging, and on the unit you can see that we are drawing about 5 volt and about 100 or something milliamperes from the charger. And if you look on the MP3 player, you can see that the battery symbol is increasing. You can also do this with these wireless Bluetooth earphones, because these Bluetooth earphones draws very less amount of power, somewhere close to 60 to 70 milliamp hour, because the battery inside them, you can imagine the battery inside these are very small, and thus they require very less amount of power in order to charge. So let me just plug this cable in and show you that this power bank is also capable of charging your Bluetooth earphones. So let me just plug it in. So you can see the red LED on the Bluetooth earphone is glowing, and on the supply you can also see that it is drawing about the same amount of power. And if I leave it like this, the power bank will not turn off, because this has a low power feature, and with this you can charge your low power devices such as the MP3 players, wireless Bluetooth earphones, or your digital watches. Okay, so we've seen the output of the power bank. Let's just see what happens when you connect a charger to charge the batteries inside the power bank. And as you can see, at the moment I have no batteries inside the power bank, because I want to show you something. So the charger that I'm using is the Anker fast charger. It has 2 fast charging ports, supports Qualcomm 3.0. I've plugged in the cable, so let me just plug it in the charger. There are no batteries in the charger at the moment, so if you plug it in, you can see even without the batteries the LCD turns on, and it is capable of telling you the voltage to which it is connected. So you can also use this power bank as a USB meter, but you can only check the voltage of your charger. So if you have different USB chargers, with this power bank you can also check the voltages of different chargers, and you can check whether your charger is working or not. The other thing that this charger has is it has a pass-through feature with which you can charge your devices at the same time while charging the power bank as well. So in that, it will give priority to the device that you are charging, and then once the device is charged, it will start charging the battery. So let me just put the batteries in. So I'm just going to put one battery in, and it should detect it. As you can see, it detected the battery, and at the moment it is charging at 5 volt 1.8 amp. And this is something that I don't like about this charger, is that it charges them at a very high current. Now honestly speaking, I don't have much experience with the lithium ion or lithium ion battery chargers, but I think 2 amperes of current for any battery is a lot of current in my opinion. So let me put in other battery, and it should show the so this is the combined percentage of both the batteries, and you can see this is displaying 22%, and the in symbol basically means that we are charging the batteries at the moment. It is displaying the voltage at which we are drawing power from the charger. It is also displaying the total amount of current that we are drawing from the charger. Now if you press the button, the multi-function button once, you can see it displays the battery 1, basically the battery voltage of the battery 1, and you can see that it is displaying the, let me remove the cover, it is displaying the 4 volt, which is the battery voltage of this battery, and then the current that with which it is charging. At the moment it is not charging this battery, is because this battery is not completely, the right battery is completely drained. So if you press the button again, it will show you the specific the charging voltages of the second battery, or the battery compartment 2, battery 2, and at the moment it is only charging this battery, basically the battery 2, because it will not charge this battery until both the batteries are at same potential or the same voltage level. So at the moment the second battery is charged with 3.5 volt, sorry, with a higher voltage, but at the moment the battery voltage is, which is shown here, which is 3.5 volt, and this battery is being charged with about 500 milliamp hour at the moment. Once this battery voltage reaches close to this one, then both the batteries will start charging at the same time. So that's a balancing feature. So if one of the batteries is at low power, it will make sure that that low power battery reaches the equal level, and then it starts charging both the batteries at the same time. If I press the button again, you will see that it again takes me back to the previous screen, which was the total overall battery percentage and the overall charging voltage that we're getting from the charger and the current that we're getting from the charger. Charging this with my solar panel, and it was able to charge with my solar panel also. Okay, so speaking of charging, I've discharged the battery, and as you can see the discharge voltage is about 3.18 volt. This is what I've got discharged, and after charging the battery to 100%, the charging voltage is about 4.18 something volt. So almost accurate. I'm not sure whether this is supposed to be the exact voltage. These are the first batteries that I'm using when it comes to lithium-ion batteries, so I'm just sharing my results with you guys. Okay, so let me conclude and share my final thoughts with you guys. Starting with the build quality, I think the build quality is pretty good. It looks and feels very good quality in my hand. Looks very well made. Comes with a magnetic lid which can be easily opened and easily closed for adding or removing the batteries. On top you also get this LCD screen which displays relevant information such as the, let me just show you. It displays the charging percentage. At the moment there are no batteries, so that's why it is displaying 0%. It also displays the input and output voltage and current. It also displays the input and output current when you are using it as a power bank. One thing about the LCD display is that the voltage on the power bank is fairly accurate, but I think the current that is displayed is not that accurate. One other thing about this thing is that it can also be used as a power bank. So if I remove the cable, you can see on top you get these two output ports, out of which one port is your USB-A port, the other port is your USB-C port. The USB-C port is your dual role port. Basically you can use this port as a charging port and also a discharging port. So you can charge two devices at the same time, one using a USB-A port and other using a USB-C port. Supports fast charging both as an input as an output. So if you have Qualcomm fast charging or power delivery devices, you can charge those devices with this power bank. One thing about fast charging though, if you want to use the fast charging feature of this power bank, make sure you are only charging one single device, because if you're using both the ports, the fast charging will not work. The fast charging only works when you're using a single port of this power bank. The other thing about this charger is that it supports your protected as well as unprotected 18650 batteries. It also supports your 21700 unprotected cells. Doesn't support protected 21700 cells because of the size constraint, and that would make the charger very long if it supported the protected 21700 cells. As you can see, it is very portable, easily fits in my hand, not that heavy. Now let me go over two things that I think can be improved. One is the charging current. I think it charges the battery at a very high current at 2 amperes. I would love to see a feature or an option to charge the batteries at lower current. I can override that by using a low power charger, but if something was there on the charger itself, I wouldn't have to look for a low power charger in my home. Other thing is that the battery voltage display. So the power bank only displays the battery voltage when you are charging with it, So if I insert the batteries, and at the moment, as you can see, I'm not charging. If I press the button, you can see it displays the charge percentage, it displays the voltage that it will output, but it doesn't display the voltage of the battery at the moment. So it will only display the battery voltage if I plug something in. And to check the battery voltage, I will have to press the button, and then it will show the battery voltage, which is about 4.2 volt at the moment, because this battery is almost fully charged. So I would love to see, without having to plug in a charger, I would love to see that it would display the battery voltage without me having to plug in a charger in the power bank. So overall, I think it's a pretty good device. Not as good as a dedicated power bank, because the efficiency is not that great as compared to a dedicated power bank, but I think the versatility that it brings to the table cannot be ignored. I don't think it is for everyone, but a lot of people will like it. If you have a lot of lithium ion 18650 or other 21700 lithium ion batteries, you can definitely think about buying this charger. So there we go. This was my video. I want to thank Xstar for sending me this unit. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.